Today, I'm going to answer a question that people ask me regularly. Why don't you talk a lot? My answer to that question is I have social anxiety. I was diagnosed as a freshman when I was in Indiana for winter break. One night, I found it hard to breathe, my heart was racing, and I couldn't stop shaking. I thought I was dying and was completely freaked out, so I went to the ER. When I got there and spoke to the doctor, he said that I had a problem with my heart, so he referred me to a cardiologist. After going to see this cardiologist, he said that I had absolutely nothing wrong with my heart, and so after this, I went to a psychiatrist who diagnosed me with general and social anxiety disorder. So what is social anxiety? It is a completely irrational fear of being negatively judged by others, which leads to all-out avoidance of social situations. People with anxiety know that this feeling is completely irrational, but still have it and can't control it. It is the third largest mental health care problem in the world at any given time, and affects 7% of the population. Throughout my life, I've been part of that 7%. I always felt different from the other kids, not knowing what to say or how to start a conversation. It wasn't until I was diagnosed with anxiety that I finally started to understand why I was different. Although there isn't a cure for anxiety, knowing why I am the way I am has helped me cope with it. Anxiety disorders occur 2 times in males as they do in females, and is the most common form of mental illness in the United States. Having an anxiety disorder can be debilitating. It can cause symptoms from self-consciousness in front of people to worrying for weeks about a situation or event. It causes people to avoid certain places and situations, and it's difficult for people with anxiety to make friends. Physically, signs of anxiety are trembling, rapid heart rate, shortness of breath, and nausea. Prior to my diagnosis, I started avoiding stores where I might have seen people I knew. I was having several panic attacks each day, and I was missing school because of it. In a job I held over the summer, I had to put people's safety ahead of my anxieties. I had to tell people what to do and constantly speak to guests in order to keep them safe. This is something I wouldn't usually be able to do because of my anxiety. My job as a lifeguard overall helped me cope with some of my anxieties. Although anxiety isn't curable, there are several ways to lessen the symptoms. There are also many different medications available, as well as behavioral modification and counseling. I've tried and continue to take medications, as well as visit a counselor. I've also tried to change my thoughts about certain situations, thinking what's the worst that can happen before speaking to someone. Using these mechanisms can help but never completely take away the anxiety. They make it manageable. Because of my battle with anxiety, I've learned the true meaning of the saying, don't judge a book by its cover. I take the time to get to know the kid that sits by himself at lunch, or the person that doesn't have many friends. I know firsthand what it's like to want to reach out but not know how. And I've learned to be kind to everyone. Overall, anxiety has bettered me as a person. Thank you.